For the guitar we have this. Yeah, so now I'm going to change the key and knock it down 3 semitones. Now it sounds like this. Yo, what's up YouTube? It's your boy Dion back again with another video. So yeah, let's just start with a beat. So first of all, I'm using this dynamic guitar with this acoustic guitar. It has a couple of options like a nylon and a steel guitar, but yeah, I'm going for this for today. And this is actually a free plugin, so you guys can check it out. So I simply played these chords and they basically play this. Yeah, which is kind of vibey, but we're gonna make that more interesting by adding some effects on it. So I bounced it out as an audio file, then I linked it to a mixer track, and on the mixer track I put an EQ on. Let me just show you guys. I cut some few frequencies like here and lowered some upper frequencies. Added a vintage chorus, you know, just to give it that guitar vibe even more. Yeah, so I added this guitar gadget plugin. This just added a little bit more to the guitar vibe we're also going for. Yeah, it doesn't really make much of a difference, but it adds a little bit. So I added a fresh air, of course, just to brighten it up a little bit more, and added a cymatic origin just for some saturation. Now it sounds like this. Yeah, pretty vibey. But now one thing I'm gonna do is I'm gonna bounce it out as an audio file, come to the mixer track and press Alt R, and then we're just gonna leave the reminder. Yeah, so what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna double click this, and then I'm gonna right click and actually edit in audio editor, whereby I'm gonna reduce the sample rate. Come here and then edit sample, and then we're just gonna decrease it to 8,000 and then accept. Yeah, pretty vibey. So one thing I'm actually gonna do is I am gonna send this both to one mixer track, and I'm gonna add a reverb plugin just for ambience because it doesn't really have much of ambience. I'm using this space light. Just tweak it a little bit to my liking. So what I'm gonna do is I'm also gonna knock it down a few semitones. Maybe 200. I kind of like 300 a little bit more, so I'm gonna knock this down just because it gives me that darkish kind of vibe which I'm going for, and they sound like this. Yeah, baby. So we're gonna add more to the melody by using this tape piano from Labs. Before we add more to the melody, since we knocked down the guitar with 300 semitones, we're also gonna move the MIDI so we don't get confused. 2, 1, 2, 3. So that means we're moving from D, 1, 2, 3 to B. Come here, view, and then scale highlighting, minor to B minor. And for the piano, it plays this. So another thing we're going to add is a mallet from Harmless, and it's simply just going to follow the chords. Place this. Just to add a little bit more vibe to it. So let's start with the drums. So I have this perk loop, and then I have this other perk loop. Right, but this one I want to actually edit it a bit. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to knock it down an octave. But it's too clear, so I'm going to press this, and then I'm just going to decrease the cut to like 70%, just to keep it a little bit more in the background. Together the melody, it sounds like this. So I'm going to add more to the drums. Just trying to figure out a unique pattern, not just the usual Afrobeat vibe. Strictly just going off my ear, trying to see, trying to cover that empty spots and make it sound better. Kind of like the vibe. So I have this click sound, but I'm just gonna tweak it a bit. This is just to stretch it a bit more. Increase the cut, just so it's not so bright, Simply gonna play this. Alt R to randomize, and Alt X to lower the volume all at once. Can I add another perk? Pretty vibey. So I'm gonna add a little bit of perk. Let's just go to 1K drum kit and search for like a woodish kind of perk. Let me see if this one will work. Kind of works. And for the kick, I'm gonna simply go with the 4-step. Yeah, I'm low-key liking that, but I wanna make the drums stand out a little bit more, so I'm gonna add a rim. Let's go back to our 1K kit again. I think this one might work. Simply just here and there. Let's hear some. Yeah, I kind of feel that. Actually, we're going to add more to the melody, and I'm going to be using the DSK dynamic guitar again, and for now I'm going to use the steel guitar, and it's actually going to play this MIDI. Simply just follows the keys of the initial guitar, and it sounds like this. So to get out the rest of the melody, of like that. So we're gonna move on to the next thing, which is the bass. What I'm gonna be using is a bass. I really don't normally use it, but there's this short sub, and we're simply gonna be using that one. Make sure the envelope is on. Basically just gonna play this pattern. Yeah, and the pattern simply just follows the chords, and it sounds like this. Yeah, that's pretty much it, guys. So I made a pretty easy arrangement, nothing too major other than this, which is, let's see, the master, which added the pressure and a classic clipper, and I added this Fruity Love filter, which is basically just a low pass, and then I basically made an automation, just, you know, variation here and there. So yeah, that's pretty much it, guys. So please leave a like, comment, and subscribe. We're trying to hit 2K, and yeah, if you love this FLP, just hit the link in the description and you can get it for yourself. So yeah, that's pretty much it. Thank you guys for watching, and again, feel free to leave a comment. So peace out, see you in the next one.